Okay. I don't see the restriction things. I'm back. And I'm not going to put up that background. All we need is the astrology background, so I'm not going to put up the background. I'm not going to play no music, unfortunately. I'm going to start from the beginning, talking about Jupiter, talking about Saturn and Neptune and Mercury, all in the first decan. So, welcome back. Welcome back. Wendy's back. Thank you, Wendy. That worked, Wendy. And I'm going to invite Imani. So, I think it's because I put this thing up before y'all got
Okay, I'm here. Can you hear me?
some stuff about Trump and Elon
Can you hear
and
me?
how some things about to pop off. But we can just talk about it, and hopefully they won't, put us down. And if they do,
I'm
that's
here.
fine
Can you
because
hear me?
everything's about to shut down anyway. So yeah, I can't hear y'all. Wendy, you on mute, and no, Imani, I can't hear you. What is going on?
I can hear you, Monty. You can't hear me either.
I see both
I'm
of
muted.
y'all's boxes lighting up.
You
Is
can't
my
hear me
volume
either.
down?
I can hear you, Wendy.
Right, I can hear you. I can hear you, Monty.
There it is.
Okay.
I've
You can
But
been
hear
I
me
can
now?
mute until
yes,
y'all finish.
I've been
I
speaking
mute
this whole
myself because
time.
I
It was my volume up against the
yeah.
fan. At least I know it's not the live. Okay, but I did have the restrictions, but they're gone. So thank you for that. But yeah, I think the restrictions came because I put up something about what's going down. So I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave that alone. How are you, ladies? This lovely moon day.
Great, great, great. How about you?
I'm ecstatic because it is the eve of me being a mom manager for real. I'm ecstatic because Jupiter is finally in Cancer, so it's my Jupiter return. I'm 5 degrees away from this moment, and the astrology is astrologizing. It's astrologizing. How about you, Wendy?
Uh, I'm good. I'm good. I'm finishing up my assignments and I submitted the thing to the people so they can start the printing process. I did that like about 3 o'clock today. So
Let's
the
keep
ball
it.
rolling. The ball rolling. I'm happy.
Good
Yeah.
stuff.
And Imani, last night I was practicing my coaching skills on you. How did I do?
You did good.
Like,
So
I
I
mean,
did. You did good. So I've been looking up, digital marketing and stuff that I can start doing. So yeah, I think you did good.
because off live while I stopped, I was talking to you, then I got on that phone call with Wendy, and we was talking about a lot, and I appreciate Wendy for her time.
Hmm.
But, both of y'all being a Leo, I just wanted you to point out that to you because even without being like your personal coach, I want you to succeed socially because I just feel that that's what y'all exude and being on social media. But yeah, um, just wanted to point that out that I got on Yelp today too, y'all, and the ball is about to just be rolling for me for everybody. I just brought y'all on here today because Jupiter now that's in Cancer, we still kind of got the aftermath of it being in Gemini. Then we got Uranus coming in Gemini soon too, but Pluto, I think in Aquarius has a lot to do with the latest current events. So it's moon hour, it's moon day. This might get a little emotional, things are in Cancer. We're getting ready to have the full moon in tomorrow night into Wednesday. And it's just, always the energies. So kind of before I get into it, I want to share your thoughts on the current event. So the current event that I want to touch on is the LA riots, LA/ICE protests. Y'all know anything about that?
No, I actually saw a little piece of it on YouTube. I didn't even know what was going on. So,
Because there's so much going on. But that's kind of like the Gemini energy, right? So we still got the sun in Gemini for another weekend. It's in 19 degrees. It'll be in 20 when the moon is conjunct to it. I think it's even going to be like 1 maybe, closer to 21. But the sun, once it reaches 20, that's the last week, and that's like the last week, the last 10 days of Gemini season. And even though Jupiter has moved out of it, of course, it's only in the 0 degrees, so it's very, still having that Gemini energy, right? And with Pluto in Aquarius, Pluto having to be the plane of transformation and power, and then Aquarius having to deal with rebellion and AI. I just feel that the king of AI, along with the man in power, the water and the air energy. Air energy could be like a tornado of information coming in, because that's air. And I look at the water energy like ocean, like too overflow, too much water, too deep, right? And
what's Elon's sign?
Cancer child.
Oh,
And he's a June.
Oh wow! So it's like they clashing for real.
Yeah.
yeah.
He's a June one, and Trump is a June Gemini. Trump's birthday is this Saturday, the 14th. Also on the 14th is the United States Army, or I think it's just the Army. I'm not sure if I'm wrong, if anybody knows out there, but it's the United States anniversary of the Army for 250 years. So literally, the last time Pluto was in Aquarius and in Capricorn was when the Army was created, y'all. And they just literally let the whole Army out. The Army's here in DC for supposedly the events that's coming up on this Saturday. Also, Trump's birthday the same day. Trump's birthday and the celebration of the Army being 200 years. So, and then on top of that, Friday the 13th is before that, Venus Day. Then on top of that, we have the full moon on the 11th. On top of that, we're having a square right now between Mars and Uranus still. Mars is in 23 degrees in Leo, Uranus is in 28. So it's kind of it's not that tight, but Mars is still moving forward. Okay. So we got a lot of energy. And let me get back to Pluto real quick. Pluto in Aquarius is rebellion. So we got this whole LA riots for the 100,000th time, because how many times is LA gonna have riots? You know what I'm saying? We got the ICE stuff. So there's immigrants everywhere, but I'm getting ready to post a video once I get off live tonight about listening to I can't remember this bishop's name, but he's the Bishop Gaithers. He taught me about the boule and everything. He's kind of a pastor that preaches, religion and stuff, but he also ties it into current events. So he's just very knowledgeable himself. He was explaining how there's 2.1 million army in the United States, and then there's 2.1 million or something like 2 million, immigrants in California alone. California, 10 million people in that state, or maybe even more than that. And like a fourth of that is illegal immigrants. So I just feel that Pluto is given, especially in retrograde, is giving that energy of the power struggle between the powers that be, the government, the army, and those who, want to kind of rebel against it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yep.
So
that's definitely Aquarian energy.
I must say a little bit more than I want y'all's feedback. So again, Gemini, the sun being the main entity in the sky, gives us the Gemini energy of being overstimulated and distracted. So of course, like, I've always talked about this when Jupiter was in Gemini. It's too much to learn. It's too much coming at me. I got 1,000,001, uh, you know, businesses I'm trying to take on, things I'm trying to take on at a time. But all of this is also, with Saturn and Neptune coming into Aries again and starting these new cycles, is also something that I got to get used to because it's new energy anyway. I also use all the information I'm coming in to build on the businesses. So I feel like, I've learned that there's a positive and negative of every sign, especially in their season when the sun is in their sign. And this is, it's good to know these things. It's good to have a lot of knowledge. It's good to have a lot of resources. It's good to have, information coming in, but it also can be overstimulating and wear you out. And then you realize you might have put too much time in. Okay. You might have put too much time in from, just being into all that information. But then we got the moon in Sag that's getting ready to be the full moon. So they're going to be opposing, which can mean they could either join together and make something great happen, or they can oppose and create a mess. But the moon in Sag is the truth seeker. It's the global visionary. And truth expands, especially Jupiter being the ruler of Sagittarius. Then we got Mercury in Cancer and Jupiter in Cancer. Mercury, the planet of communication, so communication is intuitive in a water sign. And the brain leads the heart. So Gemini has to do, or Mercury has to do with our brain and our thoughts, and Cancer has to do with our heart space, along with Leo. But this is like a chance for us to start a brand new 12-year cycle with Jupiter, even though it's not in Aries. It's like exaltation. So something good will come out of this for all of us. And then as we move on into the next 12 years, we try to maintain that. We try to expand on it. And then what emotional truths are we ready to grow in? And then we got Venus and Taurus. So Venus is home. A lot of things have just changed since last Wednesday when we came on. It's not Wednesday, it's not Mercury Day, but just a lot of things have changed. I might even, save some of this for Mercury Day, but, we didn't have Venus in Taurus last week. We didn't have Mercury in Cancer last week. Jupiter just went into Cancer a couple of hours ago. And Saturn and Neptune was both in 0 and 1 degrees, so it's a lot of changes right now. Mm-hmm. You want to say something?
Me? No, I wasn't. Mm-mm.
Then we got with Venus and Taurus again at home. This is a value check. So, check the things you value, your resources, money, of course. Check what's real, really worth your time, and not cloudy type of value. And then, Venus and Taurus also has to do with a lot of our business ventures and our relationships and partnerships. So again, I thank both of you ladies for supporting me, and especially on this live. I thank everybody who's supporting my daughter. Again, this is the night before she becomes an author and I become a For Real Live mom manager. And it's just time to support each other in these partnerships to elevate a goal. Mm-hmm. Then we got Mars and Leo in this last week too, or last few weeks. And we got Uranus in this last few weeks as well. They're both in the last decan of the fixed signs, Taurus and Leo. Mars and Leo at 25 degrees is revolutionary courage needs to be assisted. So, Leo is the brave. Mars is the action taker. So, resistance is the opposition that they're going through. So, Uranus and Taurus is where Taurus is Uranus is in its detriment in Taurus. And we've been feeling this for 8 years or more, where we just have, depleted resources still. But as I'm talking to people like myself who resources have been really depleted in the last couple of months, we're also really getting creative. We're also getting really creative with how we're going to regain resources, how we're going to create our own resources. So even though this opposition is a struggle, as it has been every time something opposes or squares Uranus, um, it's because your soul knows it's time to act different. Basically, it's time. Once Uranus moves out of Taurus, it's going to be go time. It's going to be Gemini energy again. It's going to be really, really, really busy. Um, then we got all this stuff in Aries, and that's the last thing. So Saturn again just moved into 1 degree. Neptune just moved into 2 degrees. Chiron is at its last 2 degrees too. But this is all healing with Chiron, and this is power reclaiming with Saturn in Aries. Then it also is in Aries is about Aries is I am. So who are you? Everybody, like who are we? We got to start worrying about ourselves because there's so many distractions in that Gemini energy that's still here that we don't really worry about ourselves, which kind of we put ourselves in the background a lot. I feel like I'm talking a lot. Y'all got anything to say?
No, I'm actually looking at the energies for Venus transit in my 10th house.
Mm-hmm.
And it's basically saying it's time, what you're saying, it's time to seize the opportunities and get creative. And then, talks about promotions and new career directions. So definitely want to, excuse me, use that energy as it transits my 10th house. And I'm glad Uranus is leaving it.
That's a comfortable house for it too, because it's another Earth sign house.
Yeah.
So that's why I feel like this is your time to shine, definitely. And we'll only be there for a couple, 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Venus just moved on the 8th, and today is, it moved. Yeah, it moved yesterday, and it's already at 4 degrees, so it's moving fast. It moved 2 days ago. 2 days. 2 days. But yeah, the Jupiter and Cancer energy, no matter what house it's in, it's going to expand it. So, like you just said, your Venus is in your 10th house. I got Jupiter in the 10th house. Again, with the 9th house energy. So that's why I'm doing this teaching thing. I'm trying to push myself. Me and Wendy talked about yesterday, the 10th house also can have a lot to do with real estate. Because it has to do with structures and infrastructures at that. So it was brought to my attention that I could do real estate. I stayed up last night and read a lot about it. And now I realize why people do real estate. It's really quite the venture, and it could be really positive just from word of mouth and making networks, which is what I got with the stuff I'm doing and all the other business ventures I got. So look out for that too. But yeah. The other thing, of course, tomorrow's Mars Day. So, I don't want to scream, but Zane was going to come in and just say something. But I wanted to talk more about the stuff going on, but I know sometimes y'all don't really like to talk about the politics. And then if you don't really know about the LA thing, which I don't, then we can leave that alone too. But it seems like something is building up. And then I've heard just in research that Uranus and Gemini in the past few wars we've had. I just can't imagine what the war would be other than it being somewhere with other countries and not United States. But it could be us having our own civil war. It could be cyber wars. But I feel like it's just building up.
Wow, look when you said that, you heard that siren?
I did.
You heard that siren? That was a confirmation. She was talking about we might just have a civil war. It might not involve other countries, because he did deploy the Coast Guard to LA. But I had a question about when you talked about the 10th house. So you were saying what is it about the 10th house?
The 10th house. Gosh, I wish I had. I don't know where my stuff disappears to y'all. But the 10th house, off the top of my head, has to do with structures and infrastructure. So, like for instance, when Pluto was in Capricorn, just last year, and the year 15 years before that, it was a lot of the bridges collapsing. That bridge that that around here on the East Coast, the whole bridge fell down because something hit.
The boats kept running into the bridges. I That was
Yeah,
like last year, wasn't it? Year
that
before
was
that?
in the Pluto and Capricorn. And before
Right.
that, when Pluto and Capricorn started, it was the housing thing in
Right.
2008.
The oil
House
spills,
crash.
because that was all leading up to this. It was
Right.
oil spills, trains,
So
planes. Oh my God, train, planes, and boats. It's a poem. Ain't it
but
a
planes have to do with Aquarius. Planes have to do
okay,
with Aquarius.
right?
This air, right?
Okay.
And Earth, Capricorn has to do with,
The trains,
transportation. Yeah. Um, and just the things that hold the land together.
right.
A lot of earthquakes happen.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the bombs, like deep underground military bases, have been exploding and calling it earthquake. Like, it's that was the time where the structures needed to be fixed, and it was showing. Um, and I just feel that again, I have packed up my stuff, and so I don't know what things are, but um, the Capricorn, I'm sorry, the 10th house energy, which is ruler of Capricorn, the Capricorn house, I mean, which is Saturn house. It all has to do with building something that is reliable and what's the word I'm looking for, Imani? Building
Stable,
stable. Thank you.
stability.
Now Taurus has to do with stability too, right? But
Mm-hmm.
Capricorn, Taurus the first Earth sign, Virgo the second, but Capricorn being the last, is supposed to be the most mastered structure. It's supposed to be the strongest, right? It's supposed to be withhold all. It's the Earth signs are the boulders. It's supposed to be the strongest boulder that holds the whole
Thing together.
right. And so when you have something aspecting, transiting in your 10th house, it's something about, a lot of those power on top of things, responsible, realistic, structured, organized. Organized is more Virgo, but like structured, strict.
Stability,
Yeah,
stable.
right. You're supposed to have your shit together. That's the reputation house. So
Yeah.
you can build your reputation. I know I'm definitely building my reputation with Jupiter being in my 10th house this time. I look back again. Jupiter was in Cancer 2013. Before that, it was 2001. Before that, it was 1989. As far as I can go back. But I guess before that, it was in like 70. It was in 77, right when I was born. So it's whatever house you have this transit in, it can benefit that house. It expands that house. It can also over exaggerate that house.
What, Jupiter being in Cancer?
Jupiter being in, yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be in my 12th house where I have my natal Venus. So we shall
Right.
see how this
Right.
goes. Huh?
I said because you're Leo rising, so that would make it in Wendy's eighth.
You sound like a Cancer, right? Because that's well, my 10th house, well, my midhaven, Jupiter is in Scorpio. My North Node is Cancer, so wouldn't it be my North Node?
It would
Well,
be
what be your node? Your North Node.
My North Node is Cancer, so it wouldn't be in my North Node.
it would be
I don't
on it.
know.
It would blend with it, meaning like whatever your destiny is.
Okay.
Destiny is has to do with home and family, and uh, women, femininity,
Mm-hmm.
your relationships with women, your relationships with your mother.
Nurturing stuff. Yeah. Is that? Yeah. You said you're a rising. What is your rising? What's a rising?
Rather.
Aquarius.
Aquarius rising. Okay.
So that's
So
eight.
that means she no she if she's Aquarius rising, then Leah's are seventh, Cancer is her sixth.
Six. I
Right,
want
right.
six.
My six. That's my six. Right.
Yeah.
I like that.
Cancer's her sixth house. Yeah. So That would be your it definitely would be your health. So that focus on your lymphatic system for sure. Your work ethic. What else? The sixth house stuff. It's about nurturing
Yeah.
those areas. Your work ethic, your health, your what is sixth house stuff?
I'm gonna get ready to try to put this up for y'all.
Sixth house. I'm looking it up too. In astrology is so your daily routines, your work, your health, your service to others. It sheds a light on how you approach your job, maintain your well-being, and organize your daily life. So the sixth house represents your work environment, colleagues, and your approach to work.
Remember we said the sixth house has to do with pets too?
Yeah, pets, because that's the what, Virgo house.
Yeah. It's not showing all the way in the picture, y'all, but I did my best.
So your responsibilities. So really just focusing on those things. So it's going to expand those areas. So wherever maybe need to kind of tweak your routine or create a routine, to have some successes. The year is about getting more disciplined, having more order, and definitely your health. And I think the sixth house rules this lymphatic system, if my memory serves me correct, but I may not. It may not.
Wish I could put my
But
hands on my book.
huh?
I wish I could put my hands on the rulership book so we could go.
Yeah. So if Jupiter's going to be and that's going to expand, it may show you, hopefully you won't have any health issues. But if you do, it might shed a light on that. If you have any health issues, if not, focus on your physical well-being, your health habits, maintain your body, and it can focus on your vulnerability to illness and ailments. So just pay attention to your well-being, because it'll definitely expand during that time. Something to show up, or you know, you if you're working on any healing now, it do that work on anything you may feel like you need to heal. Um, and again, it also focuses on your professional life, your job, your work ethic, your productivity, and it can reveal your preferred work style and your preferred work environment. So those are mainly six house things. So with Jupiter in Cancer, you have to nurture those things. It's going to expand the need for nurturing those areas. And then you said you have your North Node there. So
Degree for
if
the
that's
North Node, Wendy.
huh?
You know the degree for the North Node in Cancer?
Yeah, watch.
Because I feel like any Cancer placement would benefit. Now we all don't have Cancer places. We all have a Cancer house.
Okay, how do I
You don't
find
have
it?
nothing Cancer, Monty? What
Huh?
was Mercury?
Say what?
What was your Cancer placement?
Mine?
Uh-huh.
Mine is 12th house Venus. My Venus is
Venus is in Cancer. Okay, yeah.
mm-hmm.
How do it show? It
So
don't give the degree of it. Oh, here it is. It says no, but it says square to Saturn. It's not showing.
but what's your it don't show the number the degree is in your North Node is in what degree?
It don't because I got the one from Astro Cafe, and it really focused on the Lilith. Like it showed a degree for the South Node.
You looking at the
It's,
circle or the list?
I'm looking at the list.
So it says your sun is at what?
My son, 2444.
That's the minutes 44. So it doesn't have no numbers like the sun next to.
No, the sun is Leo would say 2444.
So it doesn't say North Node in Cancer numbers.
It's the list that I got. It's tropical. Then it goes the Placidus.
Let's
Um,
see.
then they do the Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Lilith, North Node. The North Node in sixth house, but it doesn't like show.
Maybe they
The
just had to
degree.
put the settings on. It sounded like it took a lot of the planets off.
Let me see. Let me see. Let me see if Astro Seeker have it. Let me put yours in real quick. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. What's your birthday again?
August 17th. 8/17.
Oh, you're Destiny 8.
8/8. Yep.
What is the year?
82.
1982. What time?
6:38 p.m.
6:38 p.m.
Hey, baby.
38. And where city?
Chicago.
Chicago. Let me know if they bringing the troops there because they got them in D.C.
They bringing. I won't be nowhere around. That's they get.
LA. I'm just trying to figure out if they about to hit up all the big cities.
They probably
So
is.
your north node is at 11 degrees and 3 minutes, and it's in retro. Well, they usually always in retrograde. Most people's
They
north
always
node.
in retrograde. They only go backwards.
Yeah.
11 degrees is the same. So it's more gonna be popping off for you. I would probably say like winter time
Okay.
when it's conjunct Jupiter. You see what I'm saying? Jupiter is 0 degrees now, then it goes in retrograde, I think at 15 degrees. So it'll go past it and then it'll go back over it again. You understand what I mean about that? No, I'm sorry. I just looked at this yesterday. Jupiter goes in retrograde at 25 degrees and then it goes all the way back to 15. So it will go past your 11 degree only one time. Mine is at 5 degrees, so it only goes past mine in one time too. And I have mine in retrograde. So it's not like it's going to retrograde over my exact point. Like it does 3 times with some people. So those within 15 to 25 degrees that have some Cancer placements between 15 and 25 degrees will have in going direct, then going retrograde, then going direct again.
And it look like you got a grand trine in your natal chart too, an air grand trine.
Oh, and we're gonna have a grand trine as I'm glad you said that real quick, Imani, because Jupiter will be in Cancer. Saturn will be back in Pisces in September. And every time the moon hits Scorpio or when the sun hits Scorpio again, we'll have that grand water trine.
Yeah, it's gonna hit her 7th. It look like 7th, 8th, and 11th house, or it looked like it did when she was born. So her Leo, Libra, and Gemini house looks like. Is that okay? I mean, not Gemini, Sagittarius house. That's interesting. But yeah, you got a grand trine.
In the Sagittarius house too, and the Jupiter ruled house.
Because they all 3 of them are at 24 degrees. Her what is this? Her Pluto is in Libra at 24 degrees. Her you got Uranus in Sagittarius at 24 degrees. Or it was, let me see. In the 11th house, Uranus in Sagittarius, and then the sun.
Uranus is about to oppose Uranus. Her natal is about to oppose the current one coming up.
I'm sorry, Sun Neptune is Neptune, not Uranus. Neptune, my bad. So it's her Neptune in 11th house at 24 degrees. Pluto in her 8th house at wait, why is that the 8th house? Leo is the 7th.
You said
we all have it's the 9th. It's like the 9th. It's like right there. It'll be probably by your midhaven. But anyway,
it say Mars, it say Venus, and then it say Sun. That's just the one I'm looking at that with the printout.
Is that current or when you was born?
When I was born, because it say Mars.
It can't be current.
The Mars, Venus, and Sun. Those are the 3 that they say trine. The Neptune.
Oh, trine it.
Venus, and North Node.
So you might have 2, because this one right here looks like
Venus is in Leo. We already discussed that. They're not trine and they're conjunct.
Okay.
Conjunct means they're on the same sign.
Yeah. Her this one is showing me her sun looks like her Pluto. Yeah, sun, Pluto. Yeah, because her sun is in 24 degrees, 40 and 43 minutes.
Triple E, welcome.
Her sun is in 24 degrees, 43 minutes. Her Pluto is in 24 degrees and 39 minutes, and her Neptune is at 24 degrees and 22 minutes. Yeah.
Jupiter.
So anyway, that look like that's from the looks of it, it looks like it's a grand trine. But we
The
just
Grand Trine is, speak on it real quick. The Grand Trine, because we're getting ready to have one in real time coming up this fall.
let me
What the trine means. See, Ashe, thank you. Nice to meet you, Triple E.
What up, Triple E?
That's why I love the Leos coming in.
Triple easily.
Y'all bring the live people. Thank you.
So a grand trine is a harmonious pattern where three planets are positioned 120 degrees apart,
Right.
forming a triangle shape. So this aspect is often associated with a sense of ease, balance, and a harmonious flow of energy. It's believed to highlight a person's strengths and talents, making it easier for them to achieve their goals and navigate life with grace. So you kind of strike me with that energy too, Wendy. But yeah, so
And you know what? We are having a trine right now, currently.
yeah, it's a positive astrological aspect. So it's a harmonious flow of energy.
Do you know we're having a trine right now, y'all?
No, I didn't know that. Let me see.
Thank you, Amani.
I want to test me and your teaching. Wendy knows her astrology, right? And anybody out there, Triple E too. Just on what she said, and you know, trines come from the element signs, right? So what's the elements? What element are y'all? Leos. Triple
Well,
E.
yeah.
You bring the Tauruses out. When do you always bring the Tauruses out? Peter is a Taurus. I'm a Scorpio, so shout out to my brother sign, Triple E, brother sister sign. I think Triple E is a brother, right? But yeah, trine means there's something, all the same elements are close into degrees.
Okay.
So let's just start with Jupiter. No, not Jupiter. The sun. Not the sun. What am I talking about, y'all?
You talking about trine? You asked what the elements are. You said so. What's our element? Our element is fire.
I'm wrong.
I don't know if it's the elements. I know
It's not a full grand trine right now. No, it's not. It's kind of a trine with Saturn and Neptune and the moon. Let me just start over. I was thinking Mars because that's the Leo one, but it's in 23. But the moon is in 5 degrees of Sagittarius. And Saturn and Neptune are 1 and 2 degrees. So you see how they're all in close degree of the fire signs, right? If Mars was like under 5 itself, it would be in a perfect trine. Does that make sense, Wendy?
I'm still learning. I'm listening, and I'm gonna get it.
No, but it don't necessarily.
Hey, Leo. Thank you, love. Leo is Scorpio like you.
Right. I'm saying all the fixed signs here tonight. What's up, fixed signs? Shout out to the tight and always right. Oh, he sent everybody a rose.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Leo. Such a gentleman. But yeah, I kind of threw us off because we was talking about grand trines and I thought we was having one right now. It's almost, see, if like I said, if Leo was in the low degrees like the Sagittarius, which is the other fire sign, and Aries, the fire sign, they're 5, 1, and 2 degrees. If Leo was in a low degree, if Mars was in a low degree of Leo, then it would be a perfect grand trine, but it's not. I tried. I tried. Leo and to be in here. Okay, gentlemen, thank you for coming. What y'all think about Jupiter and Cancer? Y'all know about Jupiter just moved into Cancer, and literally we can take care of home now. We can love on the women like y'all are doing. Thank you. I like that. Wealthy rising. Believe in yourself. These names. That's somebody new too. Believe in yourself. I like your Saturn in your heart and in your name. I'm excited for it. It's my trine moon in Cancer. Okay. So you got moon in Cancer. It's trining what? I like it when the men are knowledgeable too. I just love that.
Saturn is Aries. This man, I love me some Leo. I love me some Leo. He is a cold ass reader. That boy is
Okay.
like a walk-in book. He is so smart.
So yeah, Leo, you're saying that the Jupiter's trining your moon in Cancer or conjunct.
Let me see if I
He knows
know.
how to read tarot and he knows how to read astrology, Wendy.
Man, that boy can read everything. People, books, weather,
Oh, that's right. Let me
planets.
go and follow you. No, I'm
That
already
boy
following.
good.
I'm following.
He good. And his Saturn is Aries. His Saturn is in Aries. I told him like you booming right now.
I'm following Triple E back. I'm already following Leo. Yeah.
If you when you Leo, what do you think? Do you think that astrology and tarot readings parallel each other?
He's 30 or 28, 29, Leo. He just started his Saturn return, he said.
Oh wow.
Saturn and Aries.
Oh wow. That's gonna be interesting.
It's a tough placement. How's life been in the last 30 years, Leo? But yeah, I just wanted to say the guys just here. I love it. You know, happy pride to those who still, you know, who have pride. I was telling Wendy yesterday I'm leaving that alone and going back to the guys. I like masculine energy. I don't want to handle myself anymore. I really want to step into my feminine energy. You laughing at me, Wendy? But
I'm laughing
Monty
too.
laughing. But Wendy told me something. Man, when I get my money up, I'm gonna tip Wendy to death what she told me last night. She said, "My love, it just got a big thing." But listen, I'm turning over a new leaf, and I'm going to take it slow, take it slow. Wendy laughing. Oh yes, they go hand in hand. I definitely depth with the readings. I'm 26. She's
This
having an
time
early
you
one.
take it slow. Take it slow.
Hey, that was my song. I used to play that to the tape pop. That song. Okay, he's 26 having his Saturn return. So your Saturn in Aries probably is like at the very end. That's what it sounds like. Am I right, Leo? Because in 2.5 years, he'll be 28. So Leo, yours Saturn is probably at, thank you, believe in yourself. Um, your Saturn in Aries is what, like 27, 28, 29 degrees? Am I right? Do you know?
28
In the
degrees.
house? He said 28 degrees, yep. See, as soon as you said 26, I was like, oh, he got Saturn and Aries at the end. It was about to be in Saturn and Taurus.
Oh yes, he answered my question too. So I knew it. I be trying to tell people.
Okay, darling.
Um, I,
Thank you for the like.
I asked him, does he think that astrology and tarot go hand in hand? Because if you, like I said, if you do a tarot reading and then go do a transit chart reading, you'll see it'll all line up. It'll say this basically the same stuff. It'll go more in depth.
Yeah.
That's what he was telling me just last night. I'm getting
Yeah,
ready to
that's the
start
same.
studying some of it, especially when she drops her cards.
Huh? What you say? What you say, Wendy?
Said yes. I'm like, it's the same. It's the
Yeah.
same information. I started studying the planets. Then,
Mm-hmm.
I kind of gravitated towards the cards because it's easier for me to understand. But I still go back and read a horoscope. I still, look what a planet is and research what does the energy mean. It's the same information that the cards laid out.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. Yep. I didn't know that for sure. I just kind of paid attention to it every time that I had a reading, and then I would go and look at my transit chart, and I noticed, oh, it's the same daggone thing. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that the energies change, like your tarot reading you can get today, it'll be different next week. And that's because the energies change, just like the planets do. So, or next month it'll be something that'd be different. So anyway, I just wanted to I don't think I ever asked a tarot reader that, but yeah, I picked up
Good
on it
question.
myself.
Because now I want to know more. He said the chariot is Cancer.
Uh-huh, yeah. Chariot Cancer. Yeah, because the cards
Chariot is the horse and buggy thing, right? That's the card.
the
That's it.
chariot. Yeah.
That's why I was telling you the death card is Scorpio. That's why I was like,
Yeah.
y'all transform, y'all got transformation on lock.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all can
Sun
switch
card is
whenever.
Leo, right? The sun card is
No,
Leo,
the sun card is Leo, the death card is Scorpio.
and the devil is Capricorn. I remember that.
The devil is Capricorn.
Yeah, that's exactly where it is. Let me shut up.
Yep. And that's the goat, right? That's the goat thing. The cap that goat
Yep.
card.
It's the go card.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. So
The
Okay,
blasphemy.
that's Leo, Leo, Leo. Well, you know, it's
Leo, gang
also
gang.
the sun card is
Hey,
Leo,
Dad. Hey,
and
K
the
Dad.
strength card is also Leo.
Them cards also Leo. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
What was the tower? The tower is Scorpio.
Yep.
Capricorn.
Yeah.
Which one is
Yes,
it?
it is. It is
All
suddenly.
the signs have two cards?
Yes.
Okay.
So the signs will have, because you got 20, technically it's 22 major arcana and then 14 minor. So that's the 14 represent each suit, which is 14 for the wands, 14 swords, 14 cups, and 14 air, which is pentacles, which is earth.
Mm-hmm. It's numerology and astrology is all in tarot card.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's 50 something tarot cards, right? In the deck.
78. It's the traditional playing card deck. Because that's when it originally came from.
You know, people actually use the playing card deck to
I'm
read
ready to
tarot.
say that. I was
Yes, they
literally
do. They
ready
still
to say
do.
that.
Yep.
They still do. They call it. It's called different though. It's a different. I forgot what they call it. To read those cards, but it's not called like a regular tarot read. It's called something different. I forgot though. But yeah.
Why is the tower Scorpio? Because we transition and rebirth, right? And why is the other card for us? What do we say was? Because I always think of
The
Capricorn
death card.
together. The death
Because
card.
it's about transformation. Y'all can that's
That's
because
a
it's also
transformation.
it's
The
Pluto.
tower is
Y'all
rebirth.
Pluto is y'all planet. Pluto is a representation of transformation.
Right.
Whether you want to or not. It gotta happen.
It's also a representation of death, so that's what I'm saying. But
Exactly.
Mars too, right? Mars is also our other planet, our traditional planet. I mean, our
Mars,
right.
they trying to make that y'all new planet, but that's because they was trying to get rid of Pluto. That's the part I
Yeah,
don't understand.
that's our original planet, and Pluto's
Okay.
the modern day one.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
But I'm saying like Tower is definitely Pluto because that to me is a rebirth. You're rebuilding yourself, right? Up.
Transformation, resurrection, breakdown, to rebuild. That's,
Yeah.
That is also Pluto because Pluto kills off and destroys stuff,
right.
Destruction. Mm-hmm.
right? Which is what Pluto is doing right now in Aquarius. Because what is the Aquarius card?
The sun,
The star. The star.
the star, or the water, or the world water bearer, where you see him holding the water and pouring
Yeah.
the water out.
It's the star card. Yeah, when she
Star
one foot in the grass, pouring the water from the on earth and pouring it back in.
Okay. So what would you say if those two came out together,
Which one?
representing Pluto and Aquarius? Like the tower comes out with the star.
Rebirth, a definite rebirth, a star seed, great creation.
Okay.
Could it be some rebellion in there?
Could it be also something to do with groups?
Destruction. Yeah, definitely.
Resistance or something?
Because the groups,
And the death.
Aquarius is the group sign.
A massive awakening. Of I want to say force, because remember it's about you can't escape it. It got to happen.
Right. So what I'm
Social,
trying to
yeah,
get
like
to
you said,
know is
social.
Pluto is in
said it.
retrograde in 3 degrees, and 3 degrees is the Gemini degree. So like that's what I'm saying. You see a lot of groups.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the groups definitely
and
falling out.
they're coming out with them. So like the star, I'm trying to tie all this together. Especially since we got Leo here too. The star.
Yeah.
I hear you shuffling back there.
You know it.
Let's get it. So I'm just
You
trying
done
to
said
say,
it
like,
now. You done
as long
said
as
it
you
now.
say numerology and astrology tie into tarot, right?
Yeah.
So 3 degrees is the Gemini degree. So Pluto is literally in the Gemini degree right now. We was talking about how Gemini is, the overstimulation, right?
Yeah.
Jupiter just left Gemini. Then we got Uranus getting ready to move into Gemini on the 7-7 portal next month. And Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius, which is what Pluto is in right now. So all this stuff is tied together.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
And like my head is hurting right now, even talking about it being just overstimulated. You know what I'm saying? Like it's something that I feel the groups on Earth right now are rebelling, which is the LA rise, which I was trying to talk about at the beginning, right? It's something to do with groups on Earth right now and rebellion, and there's getting ready to be some power struggles, some death rebirth, and then especially when Uranus moves in to Gemini for the next like 8 years.
So is the Elon and Trump thing, is that a power struggle right there that they got going on with that bill?
It's the
Oh,
air. I would say it's the air turning in the water. Then listen, it's happening all in LA where the most groups are power struggling right now. We got the illegal immigrants. We got the army. We got the liberals versus the red versus the blue. The Republicans versus the you know what I'm saying. Like we got the celebrities over there. We got all the people underground over there that we can't talk about on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Like inciting riots and war. Like that's what I'm saying. It's something going on with Pluto in the 3rd degree in retrograde that's tied with
yeah, the Cancer. Elon is a
Cancer. Yeah, and in the new degrees, it's tying it with the full moon coming up because Jupiter is ruler of the full moon. It's time with the sun being in Gemini right now. It's time with the Gemini that's in power. Gemini season, with the sun moves into Cancer. That's the summer equinox.
Remember what you were saying about how they really like doing a distraction and they plan because they had a son. This is usually a strategy. I really feel like this is a sneak attack. Like they still trying to get away with
Elon is a Cancer, Leo. He's a June Cancer. He's like June the 28th, 26th, something like
so
that.
he on the cusp.
He's well into it.
Okay.
Let me pull him out. But go ahead. What was you saying?
So remember when you were saying about how with the whole Trump and Elon thing sort of being like a like a distraction, like they really I don't really think they into it. I don't feel like they really into
Every
it.
day some new information comes in. So yesterday I felt like that, but then today when the riots started, not the riots have been going on since Friday, but it's still going
Can y'all
on.
hear me?
Yeah.
But
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Oh, because I couldn't hear y'all for a second.
I think you can't hear us, Imani?
I can hear you now. Yeah. Now I can.
Talk real quick. Elon is from
Africa. Yeah, he's from
Africa, right?
Africa. Yeah.
Again, shout out to Bishop. What's the name? I'm not religious, but I follow this guy because he ties religion to the truth, so the conspiracy theories, right? So he was saying that Elon, for saying what he said about Trump, because we know that was a distraction. Because if Trump was on that list, they would have been said that he wouldn't even gotten nowhere near the office. He would have been locked up with indictments, right?
Exactly.
So, long story short, Elon's in trouble for saying that. Elon resides in LA, somewhere in California. Elon is part of the illegal immigrants. I don't think he's illegal, but he can get deported for starting, this mess. For starting this mess.
Right.
Whole tantrum. I know Elon is autistic. He's still a grown ass man with a whole company, a bunch of companies. They can deport him and take his American companies from him. They can freeze his money. Okay. I think Elon said that because he is tied to Epstein. He is tied to Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's right-hand girl.
Yeah, when I see that movie Up, I already said that's about him. They just kind of
It could
morphed
be a
him
distraction
and
too, but it
Denzel,
also
but
could be
I'm
him
like, that's
trying to
him.
escape now because now the cat's out the bag. He can't fight it no more.
Yeah, yep.
He can't keep hold. The other thing is the Pam Bondi lady who was part of Trump's cabinet. Her husband is on the damn list too, so that's why she hasn't dropped it yet. Even though Trump asked her to drop it months ago.
She like, my baby daddy. Oh, no, he going down, baby. Get all the asses, man.
Leo said, "I believe you're right." Yep. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, I don't listen to the media because
I
it's
know.
distracting us. I gotta pull away. I gotta
Yeah.
go listen to the other black sheep. You see what I'm saying?
I know. I don't be following it. I stopped watching it because I don't care. I'm tired.
You posed.
Honestly, I don't watch it because, for one, they throwing too much to distract you to keep you
Yes.
glued to. You care about Diddy? You care about Elon? You care about Trump?
Corey Lanes, you
Like,
care about
right? You know what I'm saying?
the third lady missing on Diddy's trial. You know,
Right? You know, come on, man. Well, this Ace of Cups
I did
came
not
out
know
twice.
that.
Ace of Cups came out twice. I really feel like, for those of us who don't give a damn, because we really ride in the planet, we ride in the currents that affect us in as above so below realm, meaning we don't really got to be tied to this 3D bullshit. That's their distraction because they don't. First of all, they embarrassed and they don't want people to know what's really going on.
that part.
So they're gonna keep making fake distractions. Ace of Cups keep coming out because we got favor. We the conspiracists, whatever they want to, call us, it don't matter. We safe. We under the shield. We manning our business. We growing. We trying to do better. They getting flooded. They drowning. They drowning in their own shit.
I'm sorry to cut you off real quick. Please hold that thought. Elon has a triple nationality. He's South African, Canadian, and American. The ties to Canada got me thinking.
Canadian and what?
He's South African, Canadian, and American.
Oh.
He's a moon in Virgo.
Let me go.
Oh, he's got Mercury and Cancer, so he's already said a little. He's emotionally saying shit.
He on the spectrum, so he not really. I'm surprised he got emotions, but all right. Let me shut up.
Speaking why he doesn't have emotions, because he is a no, he's a Cancer ascendant too, but he has Mars in Aquarius. He's he attached when he takes action on things. Very detached, very off to the side, getting things done, but off to the side. He has Jupiter Scorpio like you, Wendy.
Oh damn! Let me comparing us, but yeah, he can give me some of that money though.
And because he's a little bit older than me and Imani, he's Gen X, but he's early Gen X or like mid Gen X. So he's not in Pluto and Libra, so he's not Gen X. I don't know what to call it in between the baby boomers and the Gen Xers, but the Pluto and Virgo people. He's Pluto and Virgo. He's North Node in Aquarius too.
He said that Mars and Moon make him detached.
He's super smart though. Like he honestly smart.
Well,
nah, he's smart. He a genius.
I would put as smart. That's a smart placement.
He a genius. If he picked his chart, if he picked what he wanted to be, he made a good ass choice. He's a smart ass motherfucker.
Him being a Cancer ascendant with having Gemini in the 12th house. Secrets.
A whole lot. Look at him. That, like you said, that's why he wanted to participate. That's why he was saying what he was saying about.
Hey, Tony. The
like
kid on the leash. Hold on, I gotta review some of these things. Who's the
you
kid on
pointed
the
out
leash?
real good. You said he live in L.A. He probably on that list. And if, like you said, if he's talking from emotions, he did not want. He talking from his emotional side.
Another person I follow said that
Gemini. Because that was Jacqueline Had. He did not mean to say that shit. Didn't I say that, Leo? Didn't I say that Gemini, what those Gemini placements was? When Gemini was in those 4 planets, I said, watch out. People gonna start doing things with that Jekyll and Hyde energy because they're not balancing their emotions. So he told on himself. I don't think he had control. When he did this last week,
It was unconscious because the 12th house is unconscious. He unconsciously said that.
Right,
Y'all, he took it down. He took it down last night.
I was like, oh God.
And
Gemini,
this is what they all do. They all put up shit, talk shit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And then they take it down looking real guilty.
Yep. They backtrack all the time. All the time.
And everybody's still confused and chatting about the old shit. And now here we go on with the new shit because now he took the shit down. Now Trump is like, oh, he better watch it. Like, all this shit is happening. You don't want to see it, right? You don't want to see it, but it's coming at you because of this Gemini energy. But then you're like, okay, Gemini is trickster energy too, right? The trickster. Mercury is the trickster planet. So, like, watch the shit, especially Mercury Cancer. Watch the tricks that even happen in your household. But like he was in the White House, you know, and he's fucking up our homeland. Okay, he's made enough money here. He helped enough with Doge or whatever. We appreciate him, but now it's time to go, buddy. It's time to go. You know.
I need the rest of my money because I don't know.
We need our money. Period. How you gonna find it and then hold it? Like what's going on?
That's what I'm talking about. That right there. Because what did he really do?
No,
you talking about that $5,000 everybody getting?
That's what they said.
That's what they saying.
He can't collect no money. Tony, you came in just late. He literally is about to be in trouble for trying to say some shit about Trump when Trump been said drop them Epstein files. Trump can't be in the Epstein files if everybody else is so quiet. You know what I'm saying? He's not the one holding it. He already told his cabinet people, his head of FBI and all them to put it out, but the FBI is corrupt. The lady in charge got the man, her husband is on the list too. And, you know, this list ain't nothing compared to the actual things that took place. Like, fuck the list. Start locking people up. We already know they're guilty. But I'm sure he helped rig electronically. No, this is what I'm going to say about Elon and Putin. Elon and Putin, and maybe even Trump, maybe even a lot of these people are cloned. A lot of them are 2.0 versions that came in to have to help Trump break all this shit to us.
Easy. You don't want to
I don't want to get taken down, but something is coming. I don't even have to say much more. Something is coming. Like the rig had to happen with skin mask. Joe Biden. It had to happen because everybody has to see the corruption. That's the Pluto and Aquarius energy too. Everybody has to see the corruption. Everybody has to see what they've been hiding.
I also want to see it because a lot of people still, got their shades on and hiding. They can't accept it. But hey, I want to see it. Hurry up.
Everybody can't come.
That's true.
He said I was just on a roller coaster having fun. Sleepy Joe, right? I call him skin mask because there's several clips where you can zoom in and you can see the anyway, y'all, it's almost 11 here. What else we want to talk about before we wrap this up, before I get put off and banned? On his ear, yeah. You know what I'm talking about, Leo. You know exactly what I'm talking
about. Yep. Oh, God. Okay, now.
Ear, like, there's a part where it's like coming out of the collar. You didn't talk it.
Collar of the shirt. Yeah.
That's
I remember that one. That was bad.
I'm going to stop, y'all.
That interview? Yeah, let me shut up.
I'm going to shut up.
Yeah. Y'all better stop it. Stop it.
The neck flapping on Kamal. I'm going to leave it alone. It's a lot of skin mags out there, y'all. It's a lot of moon bumps.
Okay, well look,
Glad we're
when you
here.
said you was talking about the Trina, you said the Trina was on its way.
The
The
who?
The
Trine.
grand.
You said the Trine was coming up.
The trine as in this?
The planets. Yeah.
Yeah.
You said
Let's go back
it
to
was
that.
one coming. You said it was one coming.
So Saturn will move back into Pisces. That's a water sign.
Yeah.
Jupiter is in Cancer. That's a water sign. And by the fall, when Sun is in Scorpio, that's the other water sign. And we will have the trine where all the water signs are supporting each other. That's what a trine is. They're giving supportive energy. Water energy is emotional yet supportive, flowing. It's intuitive. What else?
It's gonna be harmonious. Whatever it is, it's all gonna be
Jupiter
harmonious.
brings abundance and luck. Saturn rewards.
Ace of Cups came out with the lovers and the four wands. Literally, the Ace of Cups, the lovers, and the four wands. Because you said the water. You said water signs, right? Ace of Cups is water spilling out the cup. The
All right.
lovers. This
And if
could
it's
be
the Four of Cups, isn't that the
relationship.
Cancer one?
The four wands.
Oh, Four of Wands.
The four wands, and
Wands is air, right?
that's about happy. That's about happy home, party, joy, community. It's like the lovers card.
Thank you for joining us.
Exactly what you said.
In the chat.
It's exactly what you said about the trine coming together and working together. Yeah, harmonious.
Look forward to that.
With the water.
We can look forward to having a more harmonious fall.
That's gonna be beautiful.
Yeah.
Wait, can I ask about my Venus being in Taurus in my 10th house? What's that's gonna be?
Yes, but hold on. Tony's pulling cards, so he said he pulled the Three of Cups this AM and nights 7 and 9. What does that mean, y'all? Because again, I'm learning tarot just like y'all are learning astrology. The Sage. Imani, we can't hear you.
I'm not saying nothing.
Oh, okay. You want to explain that in the comments?
Three of Cups is joy. The Three of Cups is
To the rose.
happiness, community,
Yes.
nights. Which nights though?
7 and 9, he said.
Yeah, but which nights? You mean like the wands, the cups, the swords?
Leo pulling cards too now. Let's get it, y'all.
Come on, baby. Come on, Leo.
Thank you for saving the live. Samara, you just got here. Thank you for all the roses. I appreciate it.
I pulled all cups, and what did Leo pull?
Wow. Thank you, Tamara. Do you know Tamara Wendy? She's giving them to you.
Wendy muted.
Wendy, we can't hear you.
Yeah, my bad, because I'm pulling too. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
She want to know about this trying too.
Yeah, we all want to know. I told y'all when I go live, I said I was coming over here. I appreciate y'all for coming over here. Because I said when I go live, they'll see it and they'll come to where I'm at. When I was telling them, I'm like, she good with the astrology. Like, you break down the planets. That's why when I be telling people, learn thyself for thyself, I mean, get your chart. That's why I was saying, come over here so you can learn your chart. Know thyself for thyself.
Yes, and if you know, if you're doing Cancer placements, that's what we're talking about tonight. Basically, because Jupiter is in Cancer now, that's a planet of abundance and luck. She said she don't know you, but you know her. Right. Hey, Wendy is the woman.
Wow, man, don't be making me. Let me get up out. Let me choose myself.
Leo pulled the star, page card, pistol cups.
Yeah, everybody on the real, we need to know ourselves, learn ourselves. You got the star, the food card, page of cups, nine of swords, three of cups, king of cups. The star came out first. That's Aquarius. The fool
is what, Mercury?
Oh, he said Nights of Dreams 7 is emotional achievements, 9 satisfaction given received.
Putting that together is really giving master builders, because I've been pulling that a lot. I kept saying we are the ones that's going to, when they get finished doing what they doing, we the cleanup crew, getting everybody back in the line when it comes to knowing spirituality, the astrology. You a teacher, so it's like we are the ones that's gonna be regaining order once they get finished doing what they
I
do.
wish my coins, because I would definitely get a reading from you, Wendy, if my bread was up right now. But uh,
Are you good? You ain't
I,
gotta. I don't really. If you notice when I go on live, I don't do that. Like if
You got to catch the
I
lives. I'm
talk
gonna
to
share them
somebody.
to you. I'm gonna share
Yeah,
them to
you
you.
just
I'm
hit
talking
me
about
up.
a
I'll read
private
you.
one for a private one.
Yeah, just hit me up. Inbox me when you're ready.
Leo, you mean
Okay,
Leo
well, shit,
Cancer?
yeah, because I need one real quick. Page with 9 and the 3, societal anxiety, while things are being realigned and liberated.
I tell you,
We the
That's for Leo.
cleanup too.
no
I
problem.
believe that, Wendy. I really, especially with me and me pulling away from my traditional spirituality that I grew up with, and even more so now. Like I, so the ladies who I want to be connected in no religion. Like, why do we need religion? And for me, it's all about my soul and ascension. This is what it's all about. And so then one lady asked me, "Well, do you think that they God has the Most High God has a favorite religion?" And I told him no. Everybody think they got the truth. And everybody,
That's
I don't think that he has a favorite at all. A favorite religion.
right.
And I said,
No, that
man,
makes
get all up
sense.
in there, and man's view get all intertwined into that religion, and
Yep.
things get all distorted. I said, and everybody say that they got the truth. I said, no, I don't think he has one favorite. No, I don't. And they were like, they did like got quiet, like a disappointment at my answer, but I truly honestly feel like that. And I told him I don't want to be indoctrinated in no religion. This is about my soul, and learning via the Bible is one way, but it's not, it's kind of it's sort of an instruction on how to do things, but it's not, I'm not, I'm not using that in conjunction with religion. I'm just not going, I'm not getting indoctrinated in it, because everything they say out their mouth is just toxic and that I know that that's man's
Man.
way of that's man. There's a lot of stuff they saying is man made, man generated, man interpretation, or is from man. So I don't like that. Some of that stuff that they say. So I'm just like, yeah, more and more as I'm learning and going, I'm like, yeah, I definitely don't want to be indoctrinated in no religion. I'm not gonna be indoctrinated in those things.
They're
Nope.
indoctrinating fear in us right now. Like Leo said, so much fear in the collective. Too much fear in the collective, leading to too much.
Did you recently turn down, or like did they like recently offer you to be indoctrinated, or like did they was
They
a
didn't offer nothing. I've been studying the Bible with some Jehovah Witnesses, and they didn't
okay.
offer me to join or anything. We just been studying it, and so
Gotcha.
that's just what I've been wanting to know. Kind of learn it in depth. But I let them know the last Bible study. I was just like, I'm not interested in being indoctrinated into any religion. I asked first, why do we need religion?
Mhm.
And then the next thing I said was, I don't want to be indoctrinated in it. And then her
Exactly.
follow up question after I said that was, do I think that the Most High has a favorite religion? And I said no. So I'm not going to be indoctrinated in that. This is for my own soul's ascension and doing it the way that feels right to my soul. It's not. I'm not getting with no organized religion, be it Jehovah Witness, be it Church of God in Christ, be it Islam, be it what's them other one, the 5%ers, none of them. I don't want to be indoctrinated in
Atheist.
none of it.
I don't even want
Huh?
to be atheist. Right. None of them.
None of them. I
Not
don't want to be
religious.
indoctrinated in none of them.
Still a group of something.
Right. Well, yeah, exactly, Tamir. I don't want to be indoctrinated in none of them religions, and because it's the byproduct stuff that they come out with their mouth with
That
is
part.
it bothers me too much about women and their place, and they treat them like below versus beside. It's a whole thing. So the divine exists in everything, everywhere. You can either connect with a community or alone. Exactly. So that's how I feel. I mean, being around those that are like-minded, I do enjoy, but it's not going to be in a church setting or any kind of those types of things. I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? So being in community, being around like-minded, serving and doing things that I'm supposed to do that feels right to my soul, to me, that is the God in me and serving the most high, and that's good for my soul's ascension. I'm not doing that religion piece. I completely I don't agree with it.
Jesus taught
Huh?
ascension anyway. Jesus taught ascension. A lot of
Right.
books switched it up.
Right. And they touch on it, but they don't grasp it, huh?
Tony said I would have responded, which most high? Which one? I would have been one of them. How about that?
Shoot.
And then when you even listen to it when I was into religion, even listening to it, I had a whole lot of questions and nobody would want to give the answers. That's what turned me off about it.
And they make you feel like you wrong for certain things. Just sir, I just be like, when I look at them,
it's more programming because you ask the questions, so you just gotta go in this one
right. And so that's what it is.
That's there's only one way.
That's what. See, I won't allow myself to be programmed, and that's what I think. Why they had that little disappointment face, because I'm just like, you're not gonna program me with none of the stuff that y'all learn. That's just it.
Our values are changing anyway.
Yep. So all that to say, with Jupiter being in Cancer in my 12th house, I really look forward to like how my spirituality and my spiritual beliefs develop and on my own and all that kind of stuff. Astrology and spirituality goes hand in hand. I absolutely believe that and feel that and agree with you, Tamira. Is it Tamira or Tamira? Let me see. It's white. It's highlighted. Tamira. Yeah. I completely agree with you.
A lot of people's perspectives I've noticed on spirituality, some people, if I say spirituality, I'm spiritual. The religious crowd will say, well, I'm spiritual too, because, they've been raised on talking about the Holy Spirit. It's a little bit different from spirituality, so it's kind of hard to know.
That is not me.
Yeah.
I'm about to say you got a message, Wendy.
Yeah. Yep. And that's how I feel, Tamira. I completely agree. They go hand in hand, and you can't deter me from that. So
you see what they doing? You gotta be telling you, like, people, all these fake accounts pretending to be me, messaging these people. That's why I tell people when I go live every time, I do not inbox anybody. That's not me.
That's the energy on these apps. There's a lot of scammers on them.
Yeah.
If people are new to these apps when they've been out for a while, and I'm not trying to trigger anybody or talk down to anybody, but we all got to really take it slow on these apps. And, as we move into the future, because there's going to be too much overstimulation still. There's going to be, a lot of information coming in that could just totally flip everything in your life, and you just got to take things slowly.
But I'm rarely on here though. That's the thing. Like, I'm rarely on TikTok the way I used to be on here a lot. But I'm working now. I'm trying to finish the project. I'm in school. I'm rarely on here, so I hate that these people like really running through these people accounts like that, because it's like I don't want them thinking when I'm not on live and I'm really up here searching through the contact list to hustle. Like, no. No true reader is ever going to go to y'all inbox. You have to come to us. We will never go to y'all inbox. That's energy draining. You got to take your time to reset your box to sit here and read people energy. Mediumship, I do mediumship too. That's hard. When you allow a passed over relative to come in and say words to you, that's using my energy. I'm not going to sit up here and ride through these damn lists trying to find somebody to, man. I'm sick of that shit. That's the part I don't like. That's the part I don't like.
That's the AI energy, because everybody ain't like a real person either, y'all. You know what I'm saying? There's one person with 1,000 profiles. It's some little country on the other side of the world where they really do this for a living. They literally scam Americans.
Facts.
So again, there's some kind of war going on outside. No one is safe from. And We just gotta be a little bit slower and more prepared and more cautious. You know, the distractions they kind of fuck up our mindset. For the lack of words, they're not going to the right directions that they should be. You're looking at one path. Gemini season is about taking two paths. I talked about this at the beginning of Gemini season.
Yeah.
You go down one path where there's a lot of information on both paths, but one path the information is more fitting. Your values have changed, so it's fitting what you're moving into, your newness. If you still are tapping into oldness or past stuff or clinging on to things that just don't fit no more, you keep trying to make them fit, that path ain't gonna do nothing but burn bridges as you go, and you're gonna keep learning the same lessons over and over.
That's what I was just going to tell you, Armani, because I was pulling and you releasing right now. You're releasing. So you're releasing like the old energy, past energy from your spirituality. It's bringing you a nine of cups. Like this is making you happy. It's emotional fulfillment and satisfaction. I don't know like what happened in the past. I don't know if it had to do with like being betrayed. If somebody betrayed you, or like if you felt like you was betrayed due to what you were taught, that's also being released because you made a choice to like let it go, but you made a choice to let it go with love. Because out of this, you finna have the Ace of Swords. Like you finna get a beautiful clarity, a beautiful breakthrough is coming through your release of whatever whatever changes, transformation you're going through right now. But it's because you want to.
Yeah. 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 That's true. That is absolutely true. And I am. That's true. That's it. Hit the nail on the head. Because where the betrayal, I feel, it's not necessarily me, but just in what I was brought up to believe. When I started to see my grandparents and them gossiping in the house about people in the church.
God, that right there. That's what really made that. You gonna make me cry because that's exactly how I was feeling when I was coming up in church.
Huh?
Like I'm releasing that too. That's how I felt. I grew up in church. My parents, evangelist, minister. My uncle was the assistant pastor, and like you say, you go to church, everybody happy, smiling in each other's face. As soon as you get in the house, whole new,
Yeah.
whole new conversation, whole new life.
Yeah.
You know, like man,
Yep. Only I think that's where my feeling of betrayal started. So, and then just growing up, it just nothing. It resonated with me emotionally, but spiritually, no, I wouldn't say. So it wasn't until I got into astrology, and that's what really sparked my spirituality. So yeah, you're right. And that is what I am releasing. It's just, and I did let it go with love. Like, I'm gonna let you believe what you believe. I'm not gonna argue with you, debate with you, or nothing. I don't, talk down on people that choose to be in these religions, but I choose to do me. And I think I'm releasing of being, feeling guilty about that. Like we talked about before, and the struggles that I was having with that. So I'm releasing that. Mm-hmm.
Ronnie said, reminds me of my old pastor saying not everyone going up thinking they're up. Up meaning what? Heaven?
Yeah, probably.
Or just to the next level. Even if it didn't mean heaven to me, that means, everybody just ain't. Some people gonna stay in the field, some gonna go to the mountains. Astrology is God. There's nothing new under the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Your turn.
That's how I feel.
You know what's funny though? It sounds like a heartbeat. You know what's funny though?
That's me. When I press hearts, it does that. I don't know why. When I'm liking it, see, you hear it. Oh well, you might not hear it, but it happens when I press like. It sounds like a heartbeat. I don't know why. I've been trying to ask you the last few lives you've done.
heartbeat, it do. It do.
The last few lives that you've done, I've been trying to ask, but I just keep forgetting to ask. But yeah, that's me. I don't know why it does that.
Put it on the belly, you be hearing like that. That's what they be sound like. I'm like sound like an ultrasound. I just ain't say nothing
Right.
though. But I mute.
Like,
That's why I be muting because I'm tapping
doctor's
the
doing
screen.
right.
Yeah, that's why I mute sometimes because I be tapping the screen and I know that noise comes in.
That's the
But
first time I paid attention to, I guess.
yeah, you must be because it happens every time. And I've been meaning to ask you. Do you? I've been trying to ask you, but you be like keep talking. So I be like, okay, well, this is not that important. But yeah, now you hear it. You hear it so good. Now you can hear it because I'm like, why is my phone doing that? But yeah, it does it when I press like. I don't know why.
I want to know real quick, y'all, why y'all know more about cards than I do with tarot. Um, when you are like in the middle of this, when you're reading for someone, can you read the energies and not just for someone, like for the general public?
Usually do general. Like I don't when people want private, you know what I'm saying, that's something they'll come to me about. But I do general and whatever energy is presenting itself, if I feel like, you know what I'm saying, it's cool and I allow it in, that's how I read. Pretty much I just open myself up to who really need it. People that really want the reading, they doing the right thing. To me, when I pray before I come on, therefore anybody that want a message, they gonna come in and listen. This is something that they've been asking for a minute. So therefore it's gonna reach those who are supposed to reach. That's why I was saying, like, when it's too many people, I be like, let me go ahead and like kind of, because my head to get woozy, my head to start hurting. It's too much. I will literally start hearing other conversations. Like I can hearing like
I think that's another reason why. I mean, like even though I'm a Scorpio and I'm not really scared of much, I just I don't think I can handle all that. I know a lot of people that do read tarot that can hear the spirits or do talk to spirits, and I feel like once I tap into that, I'm not gonna really. I'm not gonna have good conversations. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to jinx it, nothing, but like, I already know a lot too much dark shit, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean that's why I mean I like it though, because like for me coming up,
But
I
you do.
was
I'm
I
Sagittarius
wasn't
too.
supposed to, like, I was told a lot of this stuff was satanic, it's dirt, it's the devil, it's this and that. But like you said, I'm a rebel. Aquarius energy is I'm gonna go figure it out anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And they giving me answers to questions that people here in the 3D will not ever answer.
Right.
So it's like, yo, I'm cool with talking to the dead. I'm cool. And they not dead. It's energy. It's literally
Yep.
energy. So
Yep.
I'm cool with talking to, what I'm saying? And then even when I could see too. So yes, I have seen other world beings. And I'm not even afraid because they ain't did shit to me. They want you to think they gonna do this and they gonna do that. They ain't if when I saw that gray, I'm like, that motherfucker ain't snatched me up. I wanted to go. But I wasn't
I just
invited.
want to talk to them so I can find out what that is like.
It's telepathy. They don't even move their lips.
But part of me,
It's
I already sound crazy with all the way I talk about astrology and the way I talk about conspiracy theory. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's it
I,
right there. Don't worry about
you might
sounding
come off
crazy.
crazy.
I don't care about it. I've been called crazy for all my life. So it was to the point where it was like, you know what? That's cool. I'm cool with that. At least I'm not falling in line. At least I'm not fitting in. I don't want to be fitting in. I don't want to be, what I'm saying, associated with this and that. So I'm cool with being called crazy. And that do kind of like keep people off your back too.
Mm-hmm. I started to embrace that myself, Wendy. People have been calling me crazy all my life too, and at first, at one point, it made me sad, but as I got older and mature, I actually embraced it. Call me, yeah, I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, absolutely, because I like being different. I like that you don't bother me because you think I'm crazy. Leave me alone.
Right.
Good,
But I was
'cause
talking more about like the general energy. So like, say you don't want a lot of people. Not that you don't, but when you said when you have a lot of people in your life, you kind of like say it's almost time to go. But I'm saying like with these energies. So basically, I say we got good times coming in the fall. But from tarot, can you read the collective energy that I'm feeling that I just didn't touch on because it was getting too heavy in the live.
I mean, like the energy that you feeling right now.
Right, me
The
saying
energy
that
right
I feel
now.
like something.
Let me
Yes.
see. Let's see. What's gonna pop off? What's gonna pop off?
With the collective, with
For
the
the
United
collect,
States,
right.
with the world.
I feel you want to be specific.
I don't like to be right, but I know
I'm
I'm right.
hearing war. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. War. What is it good for? And the Knight of Swords came out in the upright. The Hierophant came out in reverse. Didn't you just say the groups are falling? So this is losing power. They losing power.
Right.
Two of,
They
two
started
of
saying,
swords. Two of swords in the upright. Um, a lot of shakiness. A lot of split decisions. A lot of unstableness. The Wheel of Fortune. This is it's supposed to happen. Time is nigh.
right.
Queen of Swords out here. Divine feminine energy in the upright. You first of all you got to think on your toes because you don't know what's going to take place. But I'm telling you right now, the smartest and the quickest wits are going to win this race. These are the people that's prepared because we already been, look, the King of Swords right here with the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles. This about stability. This about the truth. This about paying attention to know what move to make next, whether it's a war or not. Are you ready for the transitions? Like this shit is gonna happen regardless. And like you said, this might be only within the US. They was talking about a civil war for how long? They've been threatening to do a civil war. And it might not, it's not gonna affect the way that people think it's gonna affect us because for one, it's the ones that's afraid of losing their power, losing their title, losing whatever fake foundations they was making. These I told you they embarrassed. They embarrassed. They don't want people to see them being walked out of their offices and walked out of their homes and carry people in the middle of a court session and a judge getting cuffed. Like for real.
This all started with Pluto and Capricorn too. So remember, Pluto had its return to the United States with Pluto and Capricorn. Capricorn has to do with the government, the authority figures, the big corporations, and Pluto brought it, to its end, and we're just seeing all of the results of it with Pluto and Aquarius. Because Pluto just left Capricorn for the last time in November, so it hasn't been that long. There's a lot of structures, a lot of authority figures to break down. So that's why I know that's happening. I'm just more concerned about the war, and I don't know how we're gonna be able to tell that. Like, there's no way that I can say what kind of war it's gonna be. It's looking like something that has to do with cyber war with Pluto and Aquarius. It's looking like something that's AI, something futuristic. And like I said, history had it. The last time Pluto was in Aquarius, it was the American Revolutionary War, which was 245 years ago when America was started. And then Uranus being in Gemini was the World War I and II. And I believe it was some other war. It was like wars down in the South America area, Haitian War, something like that.
Scripture and there will be rumors of war. Because it might not necessarily, that's what I'm saying, like it might not even necessarily be that type of war. Rumors of war.
Can you imagine a war now, right though? Like, can you imagine, I'm not trying to be funny, can you imagine the YNs and the City Girls? That's why I'm so overstimulated with I have no idea what the fucking war looks like. No idea. Somebody said the fight will on how to use AI. There's like a whole. I feel that, but I'm still trying to go deeper. This Scorpio mind of mine, y'all, wants to go so deep, and y'all just can't go where I'm going. I don't know.
No, you on point because
She said the YNs and the city. Can you imagine what they would be like if we were like if like our basic necessities were no longer accessible? If because they don't know how to go back to the roots. you
No,
know,
they
what to do if they don't have certain things. You know what I mean? What would they do
I
without
know
their
Zane, because I'm
phones?
gonna hold myself accountable. I'm not going to no wars. I'm not a
Mm-mm.
wine or a city girl. I'm a retired city girl. But I'm not going in no war. That's why I'm like, what the fuck we about to prepare? How can we prepare? I don't feel like it's gonna be that big of a shocker, even though Uranus is the shocker planet, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's gonna be something. And
Shit,
I was just wondering if my tarot people knew something.
girl.
that's just what it is. I
Probably
mean,
y'all
what
the
we
top
could
three.
do.
Oh my god.
I don't really
Age of
think.
Aquarius. The Age of Aquarius is that's what we don't know because we've been in the Age of Pisces for 2,000 years, literally since before Christ or
Right.
whoever.
I really feel like it's like a repeat in a
No idea.
simulation. Um, it's just giving me reconstruction. I keep saying this is the reconstruction era reconstructed. It's just a reconstruction of a bunch of shit. Nothing really like we going back to Tartarian. I kept telling them this technology thing. We're getting the Tartarian technology back. It's a fight for it.
Yeah.
They tore down what they could and tried to keep it away from us as much as possible. But we kept figuring shit out. They gave us cable and wanted us to pay for it, and we figured out how to steal it. So at the end of the day, they like, look, just go ahead and emerge the shit back to the people. When I be watching this stuff, looking at all these other countries and China and Russia, how they still kept their Tartarian technology to the point where it's disposable. We're buying things from China. We're buying washing machines we can plug into the kitchen. Living in an
Okay.
apartment and we can get a washer and dryer in our homes and not have to go to the laundromat. That type of technology, that type of stuff that we
Yep.
already had.
A
So it's
pencil on
like
paper is technology because they used to write with something else back in the day.
this the main reason why.
Everything is
This is why I was
technology.
like, it was a good thing for Trump to come back because I'm like, y'all got to understand, we are behind in technology. We need
Period. Talk
this
about
shit,
that
man.
because
They not thinking about that. He just did this and like you don't know shit about this man. This man was trying to get y'all in order to. They travel the fucking world. They seeing how all these other countries operate. Why everybody want to come here? Why everybody want to come to America? But we far behind when it comes to technology. I'm like
not just
y'all.
technology, we're far behind on education, on indoctrination, even.
Thank
Which
that
is
all
why
that
the
shit.
Department of Education would need to shut down. Which is why I was a teacher for 17 years and quit because I was like, oh no, they're lying to y'all. I'm gonna get you for the real world, and I can't do this under their systems and
Yeah.
structures. So I'm gonna do this real quick, and then I'm out. That's
I,
literally how
I
I
said
left.
that. I'm like, look how they turned this whole teacher thing into like a Walmart exit program. And I'm so serious.
Okay.
I noticed that. I was like, these teachers with this charter program, they treat them like McDonaldization. They getting regular they getting treated as if they are hourly workers. They're not getting the respect that they deserve. On top of the fact the curriculum is fake and they all following this robotic ass system. I remember when teachers had their own what you call it, artillery, when they put their thing together and taught us in the rhythm that we could and connected with us. Now everybody get this big regular book and the kids get a tablet or whatever and it's just turn to this page, look up here. It's just robotic. It's not natural.
Well,
Listen,
that
when
and
I
it
left,
also depends on what district you live in. What because if
yeah,
you got money, you get quote unquote better education. And
Yep.
but all of it is taught is to teach you to be a slave to work for the system.
a worker bee, yeah.
Essentially that's what we are. We slaves for the system. They already trading us. So on the market. So it's when baby. That's why they want babies to be born because they need more people to work to put into the system financially. It's a we basically a slave trade. That's what they teach us the lies and they definitely teach us the robotic shit so that we can be the next
And they
slaves.
don't
It's
teach us
us
this
that
shit. They
break out
teach
of it.
us how to evolve. They don't teach us that shit right here.
Yeah,
This
they
is
don't. They don't teach us what we need to be taught. Financial literacy, what's really the real spirituality. They don't teach us self awareness and setting goals and shit like that for ourselves and creativity. They took away the creativity stuff, and it costs an arm and a leg to learn how to play a instrument or to go, to use your creativity to be in those programs. You know what I'm saying? It's an arm and a leg to do it. They took it away from out of schools, so they training us to be robotic, slaves for those, and for this generation that's coming. God knows what they just gonna be zombies because you gonna have robots that's gonna take their jobs.
So Pluto and
Even at
Aquarius,
the lowest level.
Pluto and Aquarius is probably changing all that around because, like, with the whole 2020 thing, the pandemic, the energies changed with a lot of even schools, right? Like we had the distant learning for a minute. Then a lot of kids, like my own, stay home. Like I feel like it's going to turn into that. It could still be a division, right? Because Aquarius is detached too, so it's still going to be a division of groups. That's what I was trying to point out earlier about the groups thing. The Aquarius energy will detach. We'll detach from each other. We'll find our own groups. We'll find people that we really grasp with, mesh with, and and I got people asking me how I homeschool. I had to realize that if I was homeschooling and I'm working a full-time job, which just ended for me in April, for those of y'all that don't know, in January I cut it off. I'm trying to downsize. I'm trying to get back to not back to the past ways, but just trying to not be so engrossed in all the distractions and have to feel like I had to pay for anything. Long story short, I stopped paying for homeschool online because it was teaching the same thing in the schools. I don't want my kid to learn the same thing in school, at home even. I used the AI technology, prompted it to help me write a curriculum for her to learn life skills, for her to learn coding, for her to learn, all this stuff, even for her to learn prompting on, research and stuff for the papers I had to doing. Like it's ways around all this shit, and we don't have to keep going down the same path. We don't have to say these kids gonna be zombies, especially ours. We can say put them in a different path.
Right. Exactly. And that's what I mean. I didn't homeschool her, but she was semi-homeschooled because she had mommy's homework. And AI wasn't out, but I definitely used Google to have her critically think. And, I had her reading and had her doing mommy's homework, the stuff that they didn't teach in school. Right. So, that's what I did with my kids. So, because, I don't want my kid to be no zombie. I don't want her to be no,
and then we got
caught up
in
in
adults,
conveniences and being lazy and all that stuff that America, I can only speak for America, that America is trying to make us or make them.
Independence is the Aries energy, the Saturn. Saturn is responsible, so it's time to get responsible about self, be more self-aware in Aries. And then Neptune is watch the illusions. So Christina Clark said everyone's going to start being more independent and being more self-aware. We hope.
I asked, like, what is it about? Is it a war? But I'm just getting about basically like he was talking about cooperation and collaboration because the star card came out. It's like I can't help it. At the end of the day, it's not telling me if there's going to be a war, but it's basically saying we the cleanup crew. That's just what keep coming out. The star came up in the upright, three of coins up in the upright, and a chariot up in the upright. So it's like we don't got to worry about what takes place in the 3D realm. That ain't even up to us. Whatever they got going on is on them. We are responsible for the cleanup. We are the hope. We are the healers. We are the divine guidance. We the ones that want to collaborate. We want to strategize. We want to move forward, and we also want to instil some type of discipline. We do know that we can't control people, but there has to be some type of discipline. A lot of these people been getting away with shit because they have no discipline. They lack discipline.
It can bring us down too if we allow it.
Yeah, that's what we doing, and it's the strategy and the way we're here to teach the discipline. Because again, we can't force nobody, but it's more so about being in our purposeful direction. That's just what we here to do. So if they do their little war thing, that's on them. We ain't got nothing to do. We literally finna sit and watch these people rip each other apart, and then here we come with our brooms, cleaning up debris.
Good point. Food crisis is the war. Good point. That's Uranus and Taurus too. All our resources have been depleted, and we have to figure out new ways.
Exactly. With the star, because the star is also about innovation, being innovative.
You got all your fan club in
Yep.
here. Chosen T.
Hey, my Gracie.
Harold Paul said, "Wendy, he loves you so much."
What up, Mr. Paul?
Thank you for bringing
Yeah, man, y'all show them some love, man. Show Get a Life some love, and Armani some love.
Yes,
They
please.
teach me so much, y'all. I learned so much about astrology because of them, and I'm telling y'all, get y'all chart read by them because they know these planets, they know these houses, they know what, like they know. They be telling you what the grid is, like for real.
Welcome.
So yes, thank y'all for joining us. I appreciate it.
Welcome.
Somebody said we're a good triad. I think Tamira said that.
Yeah, thank y'all.
We normally do this on
Tamira said that. Yeah, thank you, Tamira.
we normally come here on Wednesdays, but anytime I have my ladies on, so we can just spit knowledge and drop gems and engage with everybody because, like Wendy said, we're gonna be the new doctors and stuff. We're gonna be the new healers.
Hey, y'all make sure y'all about her daughter book.
Yeah, so
is this book already out? You ain't plugged the book.
Will be out in about 8 minutes, y'all. It's almost midnight.
Okay. Yeah.
Zane. Because we're gonna wrap it up soon. We do gotta get to bed. But yeah, we thank you, K Dot. K Dot is a return
yes. Welcome back, K Dot. Welcome back.
But yeah, y'all, how do y'all feel about I feel that even before the fall we're gonna have some before whatever I'm feeling comes up. I feel that we're gonna have some abundance come through. So I want to say positive. And
I was going to say because that's why that Ace of Cups card keep coming out. We finna be blessed. We blessed and highly favored. I'm telling you.
We have cancer placements. Any cancers in the house? Any cancers?
I keep hearing that scripture. It's rumors of war. They trying to stop us from getting our shit. They can't. We finna get our blessings. People finna get random drops of money. Like it's finna happen just like that. It's finna be random.
It's my Jupiter. I got Jupiter in Cancer. This is my Cancer girl.
Hey, she's so pretty.
Them dimples. Them dimples is on display today.
To be 13, a month from Friday the 13th. She was born on Friday.
Wow.
So she has this book. This is
34 days from now.
Yep. This is the proof. You want to say something while I model your book? I'm saying to say I'm tired. I don't know what to say. Too tired. Getting excited. We're gonna this.
Can you hear the voices, please? Can you read about the parrot?
Oh, she wants to read the parrot real quick. You say what?
Let me get the other one then.
No, because we got company and we got 10 people live. Thank y'all for being here. Hit the like. Zarie's DreamzTown on here on TikTok, y'all. I don't know how to type on my own thing. She's finding this story. So it's a story about barter system, y'all. So one thing if we could go back to, that would be great, would be the barter system where we don't have to worry about money or who got the money, who got the clout. And we share our products and services with each other.
Excuse me.
Show the picture of Jazzy. So these are all young people and some even older people that have businesses. You want to say? Tell us what about?
There's no photo in the book.
Oh, because this is the other book. Go get the other book real quick.
This is the newer one.
No, it's not. We didn't have writing in the newer one.
What?
I didn't write in the newer one.
Yes.
So.
Oh wait.
No, we didn't because the new pictures are in this one.
Oh crap.
So we use AI for illustrations, so I didn't have to pay Illustrator, y'all. We had to prompt it to, what her stories are about. Her stories are about young people that have dreams. It's called Zarie's DreamzTown. My daughter Zane's middle name is Ari, so that's where we got the name Zarie, her first letter of her first name and her middle name. And Zane has been writing this book since 5 years old. I had her do it to keep her busy after school while I was working full time. And open it up to the page. And Yeah, long story short, there it is right there. She created her stories into a format where it's like a bunch of short stories that are tied into one town, and it's for what ages?
7 to 14.
So, like late elementary to early or middle school.
No.
Late elementary to
Late
middle
High
school.
school.
Early high school, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Because 13 is last grade of middle school.
Mm-hmm. All right, so this the name of this chapter. You
I'm
don't have to
reading
read
the whole thing.
No, but the name of this chapter is
The Animal Legends, chapter 11.
all right. So just give us a summary, and then you can read the little quote. Thank y'all for being here.
A little quote.
The quote that everybody likes that you did on your page
Oh, God.
of the parrot voice. So the animal.
So basically, there's two colleagues. One's name is Vet Vicky. The other one is Billy the Bobcat Tamer. They basically help each other out in helping and getting animals healthy and themselves as well as others, but mostly animals.
Come on, girl. It's tough being a mom manager, y'all. But go ahead. It's late too. Go ahead, just read the excerpt real quick. I'm gonna try to put the picture up while she reads. Go ahead.
He wandered over to the shelf where Jazzy sat, flapping her bright green wings dramatically.
I can't get it. I was trying to get the picture up, but go ahead.
He wandered over to the shelf where Jazzy sat, flapping her bright green wings dramatically.
Jazzy's a what?
Parrot.
Okay, I didn't know she told you that. Go ahead.
Couldn't even get to the part she says. Miss Jazzy, he said with a theatrical bow, if you take your vitamins, you'll be the headliner tonight. Jazzy tilted her head. Fine! She's gone.
Come on, get through it.
But I want to solo spotlights.
So, oh my God. This is her giving the parrot's voice in the story. So this is a picture of Jazzy on Billy the Bobcat Tamer's shoulder, right? These are all the other animals. This is Vet Vicky.
You can't forget about her.
Yes. So they're just some of the characters of the story. Who else is one of your favorite characters? Who's the main character?
Zarie, the co-founder. Oh, thank you for the bow.
Yes.
Oh, it went away.
Who are these guys?
That's Zosie and Zane. They made flying scooters.
So you see they're making flying scooters. So it's kind of like
Not making, they're
I
flying.
mean, they made flying scooters. So whoever has a dream, something futuristic, and literally made this in what year?
2017?
2018.
Yeah.
We moved to Cali in 2018. And yeah.
yeah.
I wrote a book myself too. Zane wrote a book. We were writing side by side. And this is what she came up with. So my book will be out one day soon too, y'all. But these guys are
Okay, so first of all, this is variable Virgil, and then this is constructor Connor. Yeah.
and what do they do in DreamzTown?
Well, actually, they work outside of DreamzTown. They like build houses and like buildings and community centers in a town called Zanesville that's outside of DreamzTown, which is basically my name in a ville, which is also a real thing in America.
Yeah, in Ohio, I think it's a Zanesville.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, they are they go help people get themselves stable.
Yeah.
And then if they have a dream, they can move to DreamzTown. But, you know, while they're outside of DreamzTown, they help them have a stable home. So just trying to dream big and, you know, help others Please shout this out to any parents that have kids between the age of 7 to 14, librarians, teachers.
Oh yeah. First of all,
It has a health app kick to it too. Go ahead.
First of all, who's your favorite character?
Oh, that's a good one. My favorite character, and we're gonna do a live.
I already know
tomorrow.
I think I already know what she's gonna say.
Proud Paul.
Oh no, I thought you were gonna say Kim Keisha.
Oh, I like Kim Keisha too. Kim Keisha is the girl. We can all relate to
so
Kim
many
Keisha.
girls, Ma. What?
She's the girl. Like she's the main one.
No, she's.
I like
not.
Proud Paul because he's proud. Shout out to Proud Paul and Pride. Any questions for Zane?
It makes sense.
I'm not gonna hold y'all up all
I'm
night.
looking for the.
Okay, that says thanks. That's wonderful. Thank y'all. So yeah, Zane Zarie. She's
Wait.
laughing. Wendy loves that voice.
Wait. This is my favorite character. Him right here.
What's his name?
This is Alkaline. He makes flavored, fresh alkaline water, and he has a mountain that he made himself.
Yes.
Yes.
So all walks of life. Alkaline.
He's Asian.
He's Asian.
I'm definitely Asian.
So everybody thought that Zane was Asian when she was a baby. She still looks very Asian. Her favorite music genre is K-pop, which is Korean. She's wearing a shirt from that now. So yeah. We got all types. We got we have one based on my mother. So an older person we have.
This is Proud.
That's Proud Paul.
And his doggies.
And he does like dog shows.
And he's not technically, but his full name is Proud Producer Paul. He also
produces yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just a lot of different characters, y'all. We're gonna have merch and things. This is the one of the pianist of the town.
One of the main music artists.
And like my other thing is because I did this as a job, I helped some people with disabilities that had entrepreneur shift dreams. I helped them do that's Zane. This is our Zania. This is our
neurodivergent.
Thank you. Neurodivergent character. So we got every walks of life literally in this book, and didn't want to leave nobody out. And if we did, there's gonna be a book too. Hey, I said we need a Samoan. We work on that.
Characters in your book. I like that.
What?
What'd you say, Bonnie? We need a Samoan.
What is a Samoan?
I said she has some very
short
characters in her book. I like that.
Yeah. Well, that was the thing. I think that the universe and just the energies made us wait this long for it to be the right time with Pluto and Aquarius and the age of Aquarius, because it's just the time to be creative, and it's the time to even teach your kids that they don't have to wait to be of legal age to start working.
I do kind of look Hawaiian a little bit.
Talk about your baby. Your baby look Hawaiian, Samoan.
Right. That's what she got it. I missed it. But yeah, specific qualities. What you mean? What I'm missing? Yeah, she looks Samoan. She got it. I missed it. But yeah, I'm just encouraging everybody. Please share this with children, and if you have children, tap into their creativity.
This is Keisha.
They don't have to be like in DC. You gotta be 14 to be the worker. This one, I want her to be an entrepreneur. The work skills definitely will come. I got this child working. Homeschool ended last week.
No.
And I told her, even though homeschool is over, we're going to still do businesses for life now, daily.
And then this is the whole town right here.
Most people are there.
Well, oh yeah.
Yep, and use that AI out there, y'all, because listen, everybody's making a business off of AI, especially the young people. So.
How do we purchase the book? Is it a link we can go to?
We're gonna have to put the Amazon link, but the Amazon link, the Amazon is charging a lot for her to have a certain amount of royalties paid back to her. So what we're gonna do tomorrow, we're gonna come on live. I guess midday. We gotta decide. I think it's gonna be sometime midday. But we're going to post a link. You can DM her if you want to buy the book and have an autographed copy, and it'll be cheaper because we will buy it with the, what is it called? The author's
Author
copy.
copy.
The author's copy is cheaper for us to get on our own, but of course the purchase have to be made directly to Zane. So Zane, we set up Zelle, PayPal,
Cash App, Apple Pay.
and Apple Pay. And then within 2 to 3 days, it'll be cheaper on Amazon because we're going to fix the part. But yeah, stay tuned for tomorrow because we're going to be dropping all kinds of stuff. The link comes, they said, between midnight, which is now and 3 o'clock. So once we wake up, we'll push it out there. I'm going to do Venmo 2K dot once I figure out my password and things.
Or I can get one.
Or Zane can get one, yeah. I got a Venmo card, but I can't remember my password, and I took the app off my phone.
And then she can't get it back because Apple is so dicky sometimes.
Hi, Nelly. Do you want more gifts to be my friend? I will support you, sure. But I'm getting ready to go. I appreciate everybody joining us tonight. My Leos, Wendy, and Imani, good luck charms. My sisters in spirituality. Okay, we got the bot crew coming in.
Yes, thanks for being here, everyone.
Y'all see the bots in the chat? I appreciate them.
Yeah, man, get them up out of here. I'm coming in here and
Right.
interrupting
You see that? Can I
Yes,
follow me?
ma'am.
I support you. Can I follow me? It's like the same comment, and you can see their pictures. They look kind of
Yes,
like.
yes.
Yeah, they suck, man.
But thank you again. Thank you, TT, K Dot. Thank you, Tony. The guys that was in here, Leo.
Yes, Leo, gang.
Gang.
Who did I miss? I feel like I missed Tamira. And yeah, please follow again. Harold, thank you for being here. Please follow me and Imani. Preferred preference. And we will see y'all back here on. And please follow Zarie's DreamzTown, the book, on TikTok here. If you follow me, you'll see it.
It's just
After
Zarie.
listen, be my friend. I send more gifts.
Right. It's
Get
time
off
to
here
go.
for the
It's after midnight. Y'all have
Alright.
a great moon day.
Alright,
Mars
bye.
day now. Y'all have a great day.
The
Peace.
bots are chipping in the chat.
All right.
Good night, y'all.